It had always been a really interesting concept to take filmmaking out to places where people just couldn't access those sort of skills. People in the bush are often natural storytellers, and so to get an opportunity to be able to tell their story on film was such a great, positive scenario.
It started from very small beginnings. It grew in terms of how many communities were impacted.
Just to see all these people just having so much fun, laughing at themselves and laughing at other people.
What was fantastic about the roadshow films is that they could cover a whole lot of different genres, from comedy to drama, animation, music videos. It didn't have to be traditional.
It's a good show because it's starring everyone that you know.
It's a perfect example of a program delivering what it said it wanted to do and then being able to hold it up as a case study and a testament to other good programs. Woodside has a social investment program that is focused on health and wellbeing, and we apply that at a personal, community and environmental level. So the Making Movie Roadshow program is really about community health and wellbeing. It's not just the storytelling, it's not the fantastic 48 different stories from different people in the community that have been produced. It's actually the sharing and the building of their capability in terms of telling their stories. So the technical capability of being able to film their own stories, light, sound production, but then also the skills of story writing. And for communities that are isolated and in regional communities, being able to tell your story your way is a really great conduit to share your history and your sense of place with the broader West Australian communities.
If you could make your own TV show or movie or anything, no budget restraints, what sort of movie would you like to see up there?
I'd love to see pretty much all the young kids, having fun and just doing a documentary on Broome with different people that doesn't know anything about the camera, just at least show them, teach them, make them a bit more, make them come out of the shell.
Well, listen up, Q's got something to say. I'm a Northwester boy from the WA. I've been coast to coast and all around this town, and it's about time that I start to earn the crown.
I would actually get the youth that I work with, the kids are at risk, up there and get them off the streets. If they've got something to look forward to, for example, being in a movie because they have to be good to be in a movie, I would love to do something like that.
For the 5-day workshop, to have these 3 finished films, it was such a massive undertaking for the crew, because you'd teach the film and then you'd have to edit the films. And editing was one of the things that was just a little bit too difficult to pass on to the students, because, often they hadn't had any computer skills taught to them before. So to try and teach editing in 1 day was not going to happen. So we'd do the basics of editing, but then we'd edit ourselves. And we'd be up till 3 or 4 in the morning, and we'd all be delirious, having copious cups of coffee, because we all wanted the films to be good.
For some of these communities, it was the first time that they've seen their people and their places reflected on the screen, which I think can be a really powerful thing.
So how's your holidays, kids? Good. You have fun? Yes.
One of the first road shows that I worked on was Wakathuni community, and after being there for 5 days, we made some fantastic films, and everyone really pulled together.
Shot 1, take 1.
And that culminated in the screening where they got to see their people reflected back on the screen. And I heard a few months later that after seeing their community on the big screen, they had decided to enter the Tidy Towns competition.
You want to play footy? We haven't got a footy. I know where we can find a footy. This way.
And I thought that was a nice kind of ending, that it was the first time that they'd kind of taken a step back and seen what their locations looked like just through somebody else's eyes.
This is how you make a footy.
I think that sense of community spirit, of having a screening together and sharing those stories that are important to that community, was a really valuable outcome.